Long ago, they were not called Chinese and Japanese. They were called Orientals. All right. And this is who the Spanish brought with them. Because you got to understand that these Orientals came right along with these orc beings, because they're a different form of these orc beings. And they came here as well to fight against us. Because wherever they were from, they had problems and they had to get out. Now you have some Asians, what they call Asians today, because our brothers and sisters are the original Asians. All right. And this is where we get mixed up. All right. They say, well, the original Asians are us. Of course, our brothers and sisters are original Asians. All right. Asia is an indigenous name, but these beings that came with these white folk, all right, from whatever galaxy, whatever universe, whatever star system they came from, they're called Orientals. All right. They're not Chinese and Japanese. You know, I mean, that's the name that they gave for themselves, Chinese and Japanese, Korean or all that. But their cultures are similar to each other. Their languages are similar to each other. All right. And the way they, you know, their everyday way of life is similar to each other, but not quite the same. I was talking about Mexico, and I was talking about how, you know, these are Chinese and Japanese, and I was trying to find the right word. And I remember reading long ago when I was younger about the Orientals and the invasions of different parts of the planet, that Orientals. And I remember reading about Orientals. You know, like I say, you got to get the older encyclopedia books. The older the encyclopedia, the more the truth you get. All right. And if you can find old encyclopedias somewhere, if somebody's selling some old encyclopedias, you know, like the 1970 version, they tell the truth about everything. The encyclopedias today, you might as well open up a dictionary, because you're going to get nothing but garbage. What you call Mexicans, and so many want to fight against it. And, you know, of course, there's been a lot of interracial mixing somewhere down the line. But a lot of those Mexicans that have been there for a long time, who have made it only with each other, are Orientals. Look up the wars between the Orientals, because they did have a war, because after they so-called conquered us, they began to fight against each other just the way they were in their original world. All right, where they came from. And to this day now, they're still fighting against each other. North Korea still against South Korea. North Vietnam still against South Vietnam. The Indonesians, they fight against each other. You know, the Chinese and Japanese, you got Taiwan and all that. They're still fighting against each other. You know, the war doesn't stop. They will continue to fight each other on this realm. But it's important that we understand real history, brothers and sisters. You know, if you don't have any type of background on true history, you won't know what the fuck is going on, why things are happening. You will only take everything for face value. You would take everything, whatever this white man put out there, you would take it and run with it, thinking that it's the truth, when in reality is a lie. Well, he told us that, oh yeah, the Mexicans originally had California and all that area was nothing but Mexicans, when in reality, the Khalifa tribe. All right. You had the Khalifa tribe. You had the Washington tribe that was there. You had the Idaho tribe. These were the different tribes that were already there, and they were us. They looked like us. They were us. Very powerful brothers and sisters, but we, you know, our systems were destroyed. So your Siberian Asians, what they call Siberian Asians, are actually Orientals. So they're not Asians, because our brothers and sisters who are on the other side of the world are the true Asians. What they call the Asiatic black man, you know, the Asians, but you know, we're Atlanteans over here. But the Asians, the true Asians, are our kinfolk. These other beings are Orientals, and we call them for what they are. And this is the original clarification of their description of their when you describe who they are, as Orientals and not Asians. They took the title, just like these Orientals who call themselves Native Americans here took the title of Blackfoot and Cherokee and Apache and all this. They stole that because they didn't want us to identify with anything on the planet, because they wanted to uproot our history from the planet. So you got to understand we have true enemies here that's working amongst us. So your Mexicans, all right, those who are Mexicans, because we're clarifying this, are Orientals. So you talk about Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, Vietnamese, all that area there. They're all Orientals, and you can look at them and they have that yellow tone to them, and they already had that. They are yellow beings who are not indigenous to this world, but they can absorb a large portion of the sun. All right. This is why your white man separated everybody from black, white, red, yellow. All right. And, you got to say, when you talk about the red man, you're talking about some of the original beings, the red man, the true indigenous beings, what they call the tawny and those who had that red hue. All right. Those are part of the original beings. So let's, we're going through a little history lesson here. So our brothers and sisters are the original Asians. We here in this part of the land are not Asians. We're Atlanteans. We have always been Atlanteans, but Indonesian, whatever, these Mexicans, these what they called Native Americans, we identify as Siberian Asians, are all Orientals. They're all Orientals. That's the original name they had. All right. Hope that helps out. But, I know, when you come out with the truth and everybody's been living under a lie, it's kind of hard.